Hey, welcome back to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. Today we've got special guest Tony from Magura, USA. Tony, welcome.
Thanks.
We've got a ton of different little specialization, customization products here from Magura. What's going on with all of it?
So really, we kind of launched a marketing campaign or customize your brake campaign last year. We just kind of want to show you different accessories that you can customize your brakes with, and different options that you can get the most out of your brakes just based on your riding level. We have different brake pads. We have nice colored features like colored back clamps and little colored caliper rings so you can customize the look of your brakes. The colored doodads you guys don't sell, but if it's something that your customers want, they should talk to their customer service reps and you can bring them in.
Perfect. And that's something to remind all our viewers out there. Ask your local bike shop to call BTI and request special products. We're always happy to hear your interest and needs. So we've got some products that offer a little different performance, some products that offer just a new color or a customization there, and a few others that have some fit, solve some fit issues, right?
Exactly. So, a lot of people already know, but some don't, that we make shift mixed adapters for Shimano and SRAM.
So that's for pairing shifter along with your brake, right?
That's correct.
On the single clamp.
And our shift mix for SRAM on the left works for their dropper, works for a reverb. So that's something to know. That's kind of nice to clean up your cockpit. The other thing I want to talk about is just our different brake pads. Sometimes it's kind of confusing what they do and how they're different. Basically, we have a blue-backed brake pad, which is a comfort pad. Doesn't have a super aggressive bite. It's more for comfort bikes or e-bikes or trekking bikes. We have our gray-backed performance brake pad, which is the brake pad that 99% of our brakes come stock with. It's kind of the do-it-all pad, which is, well, it's good for most people. We have our gold back plate. These are our race pads, and they offer an aggressive bite. They can be a little noisy, but they're really to stop your bike and stop it hard.
Does one last longer than another normally?
Yeah, so you get a lot of longevity out of our performance pads, out of our standard pads. The race pads, not quite as long. It's all about performance. So
seems like a good trade-off there.
They're definitely not for everybody. The race pads put a little bit more wear on your rotor. They're race, they're not everyday pads.
Absolutely.
We've also got this new pad. It's a green backing plate. This is called our sport pad, and it was kind of designed for e-bikes, but it can be used on any bike, and it's just made to last a long time. Kind of offer a lot of modulation, not a lot of aggressive bite, but really just to take on the heat of an e-bike or any bike, and
so good heat capacity there too.
Good heat capacity, and it's designed to last a little bit longer. So it's a green backing plate, and you can see we have all different shapes of pads for 2-piston calipers, 4-piston calipers. We have our quad system pad for our 4-piston caliper. There's 4 separate pads in that system, and it's just basically increases your modulation and increases your heat capability in the system.
I've used those before on my own brakes, and you can definitely tell a difference when those 4 pads kind of get air all around between them. They do handle heat a little bit better.
They do, for sure. And they're a little bit more expensive than our brake pads for our 4-piston calipers that are just one piece.
Perfect.
So that's pretty much that. Lastly, I just want to talk briefly about our levers. We have a lot of different brake levers. I'm going to just touch on a couple right now. So we have a new brake lever, which you guys don't have in stock yet. It's the Loic Bruni lever blade that was designed in conjunction with, of course, him.
We've been seeing that one on Pink Bike for a while.
Yeah, it's a rad lever blade, and it was really designed with big hands in mind. But it turns out that people with all size hands really like the feel of it. It can be used 1 finger or 2 fingers. It's just it's just a nice shape. So check that out on our website, and that will be something that BTI will be carrying in the near future, hopefully around Sea Otter time. All right. And then we have other lever blades, carbon lever blades that come on our on our lightweight cross-country brakes. But any of these blades can be purchased by BTI and added to your brakes. One of our most popular lever blades right now is the HC3, and you can add this onto our higher end brakes. Basically, you have a power adjustment and a reach adjustment. So the lever blade is capable of doing a lot.
That's really unique that the blade itself sort of pivots here in the middle based on this screw, right?
Exactly. So the lever blade, the reach adjust is right here in the middle, and then your power adjust is right here. And there's this really rad dial. You can actually look at, has a little min and max line, so you can dial the power of the brake in and out by changing the leverage ratio in which this post pushes on your master piston. So it allows you to fine tune the front and the rear. If you want to dial back the power in the rear to increase your modulation, you can do that. If you want to bump the power up in the front to make your brake a little grabbier, you can do that. Cool. If you're a one-finger braker, this is like the dream lever. It was designed with Danny McCaskill. He helped us design it, and it's been a winner. So these blades are super easy to change. You just need a drift to punch out the pin and put in the new one. We've got a little pad, lever blade changing tool that you guys will be selling shortly.
Excellent.
We just don't have them yet. So that's pretty much some products that we have that can spruce up your brakes.
Excellent. We covered a whole lot here. If you have questions about anything you've seen on our show, feel free to ask at your local bike shop. Tell them BTI sent you. And always, shops can call in for guidance from our techs on the phone.